Can you be a rock star and a good family man and a good father?
It's extremely difficult. I mean, it's very hard to be a good father. It doesn't matter what your profession. I mean, I think it's very hard to be a good parent, you know. So it's a lot of work, you need a lot of time.
Now get ready to dive into the luxurious world of Mick Jagger, the iconic frontman of the Rolling Stones, whose towering personality extends far beyond the stage. But he did not inherit that fame. Just imagine a young dreamer who was taken off the stage and told that his voice was too raw. Yet today he is a living legend, with a net worth of more than $500 million. Whether it's rock and roll with his Ferrari 288 GTO or enjoying music in his million-dollar home, Jagger's luxurious and comfortable lifestyle is nothing short of regal. With his multi-million-dollar fortune, numerous Grammy awards, and prestigious titles, his accomplishments are as spectacular as his lifestyle. Stay with us as we take a peek into the world of their luxurious homes, unique collections, and prestigious awards. All those who constantly shine the star of Mick Jagger. Believe me, you won't want to miss a single moment of it. So, how did this wild ride begin? Let's rewind to where it all started. Early life and background. Imagine this. It was the time of World War II, when in the quiet town of Dartford, Kent, England, Michael Philip Jagger was born on July 26, 1943. Mick was born to Basil Fanshawe Joe Jagger, a dedicated physical education teacher who brought basketball to Britain, and Eva Ainsley Mary Scotts, an avid hairdresser from Australia who was fond of politics in the Conservative Party. Mick grew up in a simple middle-class home with his younger brother Chris, who also later dreamed of music. But even in childhood, Mick was no ordinary child. It had a spark, an energetic charisma that lit up the entire room. Singing in the church choir, enjoying the bluesy music of Chuck Berry and Muddy Waters on the radio, he dreamed of moving to the suburban streets. Sure, his father pushed him towards sports and studies, and Mick excelled, passing his exams and enrolling at Dartford Grammar School. Yet deep inside, that rebellious instinct was pulling them towards the stage. Life wasn't easy. In post-war Britain, the means were limited, but Mick's real struggle was to adapt his frank thinking to the traditional path. He also enrolled at the London School of Economics in 1961, studying finance on a scholarship, and was exposed to the ideas of journalism or politics. Can you imagine? The future rock icon crunching numbers? But how did this passion turn into global fame? Let's fast forward to the breakthroughs that made Mick Jagger a legend. Career breakthrough and iconic movements. Everyone thought this student of economics would also do a simple job, but fate had something else in store. That fate-altering train ride in 1961 reunited Mick with his childhood friend Keith Richards, and the two owned valuable blues records. Then his duo took off. By 1962, he co-founded the Rolling Stones with Brian Jones, Bill Wyman, and Charlie Watts. No mentor, but blues legends like Muddy Waters inspired him deeply. He got his big break in 1963 when he signed with Decca Records and released his first single, Come On, a minor hit that brought them recognition. But the real blow came in 1965 with I Can't Get No Satisfaction. This raw, rebellious anthem reached #1 around the world, establishing the Stones as rock's villains, a stark contrast to the brilliance of the Beatles. It was a turning point that catapulted him to stardom, amid controversies such as his unruly performances with Ed Sullivan. Let's fast forward to 1969. The Free Hyde Park concert drew 250,000 fans, honoring Brian Jones after his tragic death, another pivotal shift. But their resilience was tested that year by the violence-plagued Altamont. The 70s brought classic songs like Exile on Main Street, while the 80s saw a resurgence with Tattoo You and the Steel Wheels tour raking in millions, proving their staying power. And then there was the praise. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1989, knighted Sir Mick in 2003, a Golden Globe in 2005 for Old Habits Die Hard. And just this year in 2025, the Stones snagged a Grammy for Best Rock Album with Hackney Diamonds. Mick's solo ventures and acting gigs, like in Ned Kelly, added layers to his icon status. From underground gigs to sold-out arenas, Mick's career is a masterclass in reinvention. But with all that success, how has it shaped his massive fortune? Let's dive into the numbers. Net worth and incomes. As the richest member of the Rolling Stones, Mick outpaces his bandmates, turning raw talent into a financial powerhouse. As of 2025, Mick Jagger's net worth sits at an estimated $600 million, according to sources like Celebrity Net Worth and Parade. That's no small feat for a guy who started with pocket change in the 60s. How did he get there? It all exploded in the mid-60s with the Rolling Stones hits. Royalties for evergreen songs like Satisfaction and Paint It Black still bring in millions annually from streaming, radio, and licensing. But what's the real moneymaker? Those legendary tours. The 1989 Steel Wheels tour alone grossed over $100 million, and recent tours like the No Filter tour have grossed a whopping $547 million. In 2025, the Hackney Diamonds tour is set to earn even more, bringing the band's total earnings to around $70 million annually. But Mick is no one-way legend. His solo career, including albums like Goddess in the Doorway, also adds to his earnings. In addition, there are acting and producing credits in films like Performance that bring in additional income. And there are his shrewd investments, with real estate worth $250 million worldwide, as well as ventures in film and technology. His annual income, estimated at around $30 to $35 million, has steadily grown from album sales in the 70s to megatours in the 80s and beyond. It's a testament to shrewd business combined with a passion for rock and roll. And let's not forget merchandising. Stones branded gear, from t-shirts to high-end collectibles, keeps the cash flowing. Mick's business acumen, honed by his brief stint at the London School of Economics, has made him a profit-making machine. With such deep pockets, Mick's lifestyle is pure rockstar extravagant. But what does he spend how much money on? Let's take a look into his world of luxury and quirks. Luxury lifestyle and hobbies. Mick Jagger's $600 million fortune unlocks a lifestyle most of us can only dream of. A touch of elegance and sophistication like a rock star. Her wardrobe is an excellent specimen of bold style, specially designed Seville rose suits, chunky silk scarves, and Gucci jackets that accentuate their uniqueness. He's seen wearing a $20,000 Audemars Piguet watch, and think of his jewelry as diamond-studded rings that could fund a small startup. Offstage, Mick's hobbies are as diverse as his music. He has been a cricket fanatic all his life, often sneaking out to watch test matches or play in charity matches. Here's a surprising twist. He is fond of ballet, so he has also co-founded a dance company with his former partner Melanie Hamrick. Mick is also a collector of rare books and vinyl, and his personal library is full of first edition novels and blues records. And also know that they are also fond of gardening, and they take care of exotic plants in their homes. Then staying fit is non-negotiable for the ever-energetic Jagger. Her disciplined fitness routine, including running, yoga, and dance rehearsals, keeps her stage ready. He works with top trainers and nutritionists to maintain his amazing stamina, proving that age is just a number. Whether he's cycling through the French countryside or hosting lavish parties in an expensive city, Mick's life is filled with a mix of high culture and rock and roll. But it's the people around him that really shape this giant's world. Let's meet their closest peoples, who keep them connected to the ground. Relationships and connections. Behind the stage lights and rock anthems, Mick's life is full of relationships that have inspired his music. He has a younger brother, Chris Jagger, who is a musician himself. He has carried on the family's creative legacy and contributed to the songs. Romantically, Mick's heart has been a whirlwind. His first marriage to Nicaraguan activist Bianca Jagger in 1971 lasted until 1978, giving them daughter Jade Jagger, now a successful jewelry designer. Then he had a long partnership with model Jerry Hall from 1977 to 1999. Their Balinese ceremony was later annulled, but it blessed them with 4 kids. 41-year-old Elizabeth, who is a model and activist. 40-year-old James, who is an actor. 33-year-old Georgia May, who is a fashion icon. And 27-year-old Gabriel, who is currently pursuing photography. In 1999, Brazilian model Luciana Morid gave birth to son Lucas, who is now 26 years old. And since 2014, Mick has been with 38-year-old ballerina Melanie Hamrick, who has been his fiancée for the past 3 years, despite a 44-year age difference. Together they have 8-year-old Devereaux, Mick's youngest son, born at age of 73. Imagine the joy and chaos of fathering at that age, which has kept him young at heart. With 8 children from 5 partners, Mick's family is a global community filled with heartbreak as well as inspiring relationships. And now he's a great-grandfather too. These relationships fuel his resilience. But where does this rock legend call home amid the chaos? Let's explore his stunning properties. Real estate properties. With a family that spans continents and a career that takes him everywhere, Mick Jagger's homes are as diverse and mundane as he himself. His real estate portfolio, worth millions of dollars, reflects the life of rock royalty. A mix of history, privacy, and pure luxury. Take his main London residence. Richmond-based Down House, a Grade II listed gem of Georgian style, which he bought in 1995 for about £2.25 million. It is now worth around £13 million. Built in 1789, this sprawling property has beautiful rooms, lush gardens, and an eternal British charm that shows glimpses of Mick's roots and his knighthood. It's where he relaxes, hosts family, and showcases his sophisticated side off stage. Then there's his 16th century French castle, La Fourchette, in Pau-sur-Cisse, which he bought for £2.2 million in 1982. Spread over 20 hectares, this fairy tale-like palace has grand halls, minarets, and panoramic grounds, perfect for cycling and fishing, which is Mick's calm and quiet escape. It's like the romantic rebel, a private resting place, where he refreshes himself between history and nature. For sunny holidays, Mick has 2 villas on the Caribbean island of Mustique. The most special is the Villa of Stargroves, a paradise located on the beach, which also has 6 bedrooms, sea views, a media room, a games room, and a cottage for children, which is often rented for $30,000 per week. These places reflect their jet-set vibe, providing solitude for spending time with family or star-studded parties. He also has a luxury apartment in New York City for those urban vibes, and a new oceanfront pad in Sicily's Porto Paolo di Capo Passero, bought around 2020, blending Mediterranean serenity with his nomadic spirit. Each home is a sanctuary, tailored to his energetic, ever-evolving life. These houses are not just his properties, they are sanctuaries that add to his fame. And when they're on the road, their ride is like rock royalty. Let's take a look at their impressive collection. Cars and vehicle collections. Mick's rock and roll spirit extends to his vehicles. They have a great collection of classic and luxury cars, reflecting both British glory and American strength. Their total value is in millions of dollars. However, Mick likes adventure more than glitter. The crown jewel of his collection is a 1966 Aston Martin DB6, a beautiful midnight blue car. He bought it new for about £4,000, while today it is worth more than $650,000. Powered by a 4.0-liter inline-6 engine, delivering 282 horsepower, the Grand Tourer was Mick's favorite ride in the 60s. The special thing is that this car survived even after a big accident in London, a symbol of his unwavering courage in the face of fame. Then 1969's lemon yellow Morgan Plus 8, a unique British roadster. The 3.5-liter V8 engine produces 160 horsepower. Mick used it on his wedding in St. Tropez in 1971. Its timeless design reflects his eccentric and unapologetic personality. Now let's talk about Mick's Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud 3. This classic car from the 1960s embodies pure British sophistication with a 6.2-liter V8 engine and 220 horsepower. Moving on to American style, Mick imported a rare right-hand drive 1964 Ford Galaxy 500 XL convertible from Canada in 1978. With a 6.4-liter V8 engine and 300 horsepower, the drop-top car could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 8 seconds. It perfectly reflects his blues roots and fondness for driving in the open air. For everyday luxury, Mick also owns a Mercedes-Benz S550 with a 4.6-liter V8 engine, delivering 429 horsepower. In addition, the 1983 Ferrari 400i Coupe is also included in his collection, which he shares with his bandmates. It is powered by a 4.8-liter V12 engine. Although Mick does not own a yacht or private jet, he rents mega yachts, such as Paul Allen's Octopus, for recording sessions and also uses private jets for tours. These vehicles aren't just machines, they're chapters in his epic story. So what's Mick up to in 2025? Let's catch up on his rock and roll vibe. Current life and future plans. Fast forward to 2025. Even at the age of 82, Mick Jagger is the same unstoppable force we've always known, defying age with his unique charm. After the Rolling Stones' 2024 Hackney Diamonds tour, they've turned to family and creativity. In April, he proposed to his 38-year-old ballerina fiancée, Melanie Hamrick, after more than a decade together. They're also ready to extend their family beyond 8-year-old son Devereaux, let alone the vibrancy of rock and roll. These days, Mick spends time between his Florida home and homes around the world, cherishing moments spent with his 8 children, growing grandchildren, and become a great-grandfather. Mick has been spotted at pre-Oscars parties, where he celebrated his July birthday, with love and good wishes from Melanie and the Stones. In terms of health, he's making it even better with daily yoga, running, and his boundless energy, proving that the rock legend never fades. Professionally, after postponing plans for a European tour due to scheduling, the Stones are in the studio, working on the next part of Hackney Diamonds. There are rumors that there will also be possible tours, with releases in 2026. Mick has hinted at more solo projects, and even acting in recent interviews, leaving fans curious. And you know what else? The band won the Grammy Award for Best Rock Album in 2025, adding to their timeless legacy. From dodging post-war hardships to outlasting rock's wildest eras, Mick Jagger proves legends aren't born, they're built through passion and persistence. So what's your take on Mick Jagger's epic journey? Is he the ultimate rock rebel who's conquered it all, or a timeless icon still chasing the thrill? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Ultimate rebel or timeless icon? And the most insightful reply gets a shout out in our next video. And you love this deep dive into Mick's world. Don't miss our video on Keith Richards' wild ride through rock royalty in 2025, full of guitars, grit, and glamour. Tap the thumbnail now and keep the legends rolling. We will see you there.